Welcome to another video, the same every time, IGCSE Maths, GCSE Maths. At the moment I'm looking at some questions that I found on Cambridge IGCSE exam papers. I've been looking through quite a lot of papers and you do see questions repeating, the same question coming up again and again. Apart from the numbers, it's the same every time. So if we can learn how to do those questions, practice, get yourself into the marks, get yourself into the grades. These are just like the questions in the previous video, except this time they have not drawn a picture for us. Find the total surface area of a cuboid with length 8, width 6 and height 3 centimeters. Everything's in centimeters, so that's one less thing to worry about. Might be an idea to sketch the cuboid. So a fairly straightforward sketch probably. So something like this, and then off we go. There we go, that's my final face there. So there's my cuboid. Not to scale, of course. Let's say that was 8, that's 6, and that's 3. That edge is 3. Definitely not to scale. The idea of the sketch is it's going to help me with my answer. That's the only reason for doing it. So let's think about the faces that we have here. And this face just here would be 3 by 6. So that's a rectangle. There's a rectangular face. Would be 3 that way, 6 that way. Certainly not to scale, is it? The sketch is just to help me out. Anyway, 3 by 6. So the area of that would be 3 times 6, which is 18. And remembering that there is another one of those on the other side. So we have 2 faces which are identical. So multiply by 2. 18 times 2, 36. One thing that I've just thought of is worth saying is that they say length 8, width 6 and height 3. It does not matter which edge is 8, which edge is 6 and which edge is 3. You'll get the same answer in the end as long as you're not repeating any of the edges. So for example, we've got 8 there at the bottom. If you say this one is 6, then of course you're going to be wrong. I've got 6 there. If you say this one is 8, then that would be wrong. So they have to be 3 different edges. If you look at the way I've drawn my diagram, the 8, the 6 and the 3, just draw it like that and you can't go wrong. What's next then? So let's try the front of this, and the front face is this rectangle just here. So there's my rectangle for the front face, looks something like that. It's 8 that way, and it's going to be upwards is the same as that edge there, which is 3. So the area of that face, 8 by 3, which is 24. But remembering there are 2 of those because there's one at the back as well. The face at the back there has exactly the same area. So 2 of those, 24 times 2 gives me 48. And the remaining face is the bottom face, which is also the same as the top face, which is another rectangle. They're all rectangles, of course. 8 that way, 6 that way. And that's going to be the area, 8 times 6, which is 48 again. So that's 8 times 6, which is 48. And that's the same as the top face. So there are 2 of those, there are 2 of each of them. They happen in pairs. So 48 times by 2 is going to give us 40 times 2, 80. 8 times 2, 16. So that's going to give us 96 centimeters squared. Well, I'll just say at this point, obviously my working out has taken up way too much space, really. And I've accidentally written in the actual answer box just there. So I think I'm just going to have to just move things around a little bit, if you bear with me for a moment. Okay, well, I've shuffled things around a little bit. Of course, on an exam, the only thing you should write in the answer box is the answer. Anyway, to get the final answer, we do need to add together the 36. Okay, just bear with me again. That should be okay, hold on. Right, so we need to add together the 36 and the 48 and the 96. So we're adding all those together. Notice that I am showing all my method here, which is of course why it took up a little bit of space. And Yeah, we know that we could supposedly do all of this on a calculator, but of course, as I've said before, that's never a good idea. 6 plus 8, 14, plus the other 6 gives us 20, so 0 there, carry the 2. 3 plus 4, 7, plus the 9 gives you 16, plus the 2 gives you 18, so 180 centimeters cubed is our final answer. Well, there you are. Not a lot else to say about that kind of question. The same every time. Follow the same method. Draw your diagrams. Show every calculation. Remember that each face occurs in a pair, so you have to multiply the area of each face by 2. Practice these questions. 3 marks for this, and it's definitely a 3 marks that you really should be getting. Get yourself into the marks, get yourself into the grades. It's the same every time. If the video has been useful, please press the subscribe and please also like the video. That's all helpful to us. Thank you so much to those who've subscribed to the channel so far. I do hope the video was helpful to you, and thank you very much for watching. I will return next time.